While I was on my way into work today, I noticed yet another computer store bit the dust. And they were just down the street from us. They've been in business for 20 something years. They did go through a name change and a move years ago. But it brings me to the point that I wanted to bring up today was what does the retail market look like? And that's what they were focused on, was the retail market. Now, we've always done both. We started out in 2003 only doing businesses, and then I moved my company into doing retail starting in 2000, late 2004. I had bought another electronics store, and we integrated computer repair into an existing electronics store, which eventually fell apart and the market moved. We did a lot of TV repairs and things like that. And as the market changes and moves, you really have to move with it. So that brings us all the way here till 2019. Happy 2019, because it's only the second day in here and I'm doing this video. But that computer store went out of business, just they cleaned everything out. It's gone. Signs off the building, everything else. Maybe the building got purchased, I'm not really sure. But the question I see come up a lot is retail dead? And it kind of is, especially in our market, but I'm not going to say it's like that in every market because I have friends in other areas that are doing really, really well. Now, there's a few factors before you open up or even consider doing retail computer repair. One of them is the market demographics. And the market we're in here in what we refer to as the Downriver area, which is just south of Detroit, the median income average is not very high compared to north of Detroit, which is like what we refer to as Oakland County area. As a matter of fact, I want to say it's close to double when you go there to a median income average. And that leads you to the type of customers that you're going to get. And what we're really seeing here in the Downriver area, and it's not like we didn't used to do really well with computers on the retail side. Matter of fact, we were selling them like mad. Like, it was great. When the sales were good years ago, back around 2008, 2009, it was typical to just take in sometimes 20 computers in a single week easily, plus all the sales of computers and everything else. But over the last few years, we've watched that not just decline, we watched it tank. And it's not that we're doing anything different. Business sales are up every year after year consistently. We keep expanding that side of the business. But when it comes to retail, it seems like nothing's really working. But a lot of it comes down to the clientele and the demographic. We're watching the retail market shift very quickly to just using Chromebooks, using tablets were hot for a while. There are more people just using their phones. And it's interesting because they just kind of, once they can do whatever they need to accomplish, pay bills online, some basic shopping with the Amazon app, etc., they move to that as the platform. And I don't blame them. The computer experience that was given to most people, and I'm going to hold Microsoft a little bit accountable here for this. Yeah, we put a desktop on everybody's, in everybody's house. We got all these computers. But the other side of it was the computer experience for them was viruses, scams, junk, which was good for our business because we spent a lot of time selling you antiviruses and selling you that. Now they're like, I got a tablet and I haven't had a problem since. Or I got a Chromebook and my problems just went away because there's nothing to really load on. Occasional toolbar and they hit the reset button and they can do that themselves. And the hardware itself, hardware repairs were really big. And this is the same thing that happened with my electronics store. I knew when it was time to get out of that business because Walmart got into the TV business. I went from making lots of money on TV repairs and we were doing really, really well. And then once TV prices got really below $1,000, no one really wanted their big boxy, if you remember those, projection screen TVs fixed, and that was good money repairing them. Then we started fixing some of the LCD screens, but then the parts became less and less available, and we jumped out of that business. Well, the same thing with retail. We're not jumping out of it. And the only time I'll ever really leave a business is when there's no money to be made, such as TV repair. We found the margin to be so low. Now, there's also the phone repair aspect, but there's about a dozen phone companies around here that are doing that part of the business. And most of them are relying on upsells after the fact. If you go to like U-Break, iFix, things like that, low margin on the repair, but they talk you into warranty sales and things like that. Even Best Buy, low margin on a product. They spend time doing a song and dance about how you need a warranty on any product you buy from them. And I've seen retail computer places get into the warranty game, the financing game, make payments on it. And those are ways you can make money in a retail market, but from strictly focus on the service aspect, as which we do, I didn't want to get into those markets. So because of that, and because of the demographic around us, retail in our area is just gone to nothing. We're getting a couple computers a week, and the majority of those computers that come in are ones that are Windows 7, Windows XP still, and they're people who want their data off of them to get it to whatever cloud account they're using now for their Chromebook, upload things to Google Photos, backup so they have an archive of that old data so they can recycle it. And it's just one of those things. So if you were thinking about starting a computer store, you really have to understand the market and the area you're in. And at some point, people have gotten sick of being sold antiviruses. And I don't blame them. I mean, the businesses are a little bit more understanding with the MSP aspect and things like that, paying a monthly recurring charge for a result, like to keep systems safe and keep things maintained. But the retail market, they go, I want to get on Facebook. And you want to sell me an antivirus so I can use this brand new thing I got. It's a harder concept for a lot of them, especially in the lower income ranges or the less educated, like less college educated people who generally in their day job don't use a computer. So you're working class, non-office people, and trust me, I know a lot of them because Downriver is a heavy on the manufacturing side. I have a lot of friends work in manufacturing, and they don't have a computer at home, and they don't want one. They have no desire. They just use their phone to do the things they need to get done. So what I'm kind of getting at is if you ask this question, you have to break it down to the demographics, break it down to what market you're in. And the business question always is that a market you want to be in? Is that a market you think there's profit in? And what's the competition? There were so many computer stores around here. And this conversation came up the other day after I recorded the podcast because both myself and other co-hosts on the podcast, we've worked for computer stores going all the way back to my first computer store I worked for was 1994. So I've been working in the retail side of the market for a long time and in the business side of the market. But we've seen such a shift in it. And, there's still money to be made in selling some of the product, more about recommendations. But this is what pushed us to quit even selling laptops in 2018, which were our big seller. We just said, wow, the margin's gone down to nothing on this. We're just kind of shuffling money, So never get impressed when a company brags that they did 3, 4, 5, $10 million in sales. What you really, as a business owner, think about is the margin on it. Can you make margin at that? Because if you can't make margin at it, at some point, you're just shuffling money back and forth, hoping to make a couple percent, and you got to decide if that's really worth it. We've always focused on the service side of it, which is profitable because you're trading knowledge and skill you have to perform a service on there. We've never hid that aspect of it. And that's still where we have a lot of growth. We have a lot of businesses that order their computers off of Amazon, and then the business owner's like, well, I want them from home. They just order off Amazon, and we'll help them with the transfer. Now I only make money on the transfer part of it, and I didn't have to deal with the warranty and everything else. And people who are deal hunting, it's hard to offer when you're a small business like us the best deals on laptops. Every time I see someone do that, I'm like, you're just racing to zero margin with Best Buy, Amazon, and any other online retailer. Prices aren't a secret. You can buy direct from many companies. You can buy sales off of Amazon all the time. As a matter of fact, myself, I bought a laptop for my wife who works for Quicken Loans, the largest loan broker in America. She's a mortgage broker. And the reason I bring that up is she works from home on a Chromebook. They use everything desktop as a service. Where's the sale? Someone like her. So here's someone who does have a business use case for it. And I got it. The best deal I found was $100 less than Amazon was buying a Chromebook from Best Buy for so she could work from home on it. So the market has shifted a lot. You have to shift with it. So if you're considering opening up a retail store in 2019, I don't know, unless you have a really good angle, I don't know that it would be the best idea. That's my opinion of it. That's my opinion based on this. I have some friends that are doing well with it and are doing a lot of upsells and antivirus. I don't know how long that curve will last, but it's something to consider. How long can people keep paying for it? Now, if you're in a much wealthier area, yeah, they think what's another $50 a month to you for antivirus if someone's making $200,000 a year. When the median income average is only about $40,000 a year down here, they start looking at it going, well, I don't really have $50 extra, $20 extra a month, or even $100 a year to renew those antivirus subscriptions. I'll just use a Chromebook instead. And that's more what we're seeing in our market. So those are just considerations on there. I just want people to think about it. The question has been emailed to me a couple times. I see it discussed in different forums about that. And we're not closing our retail store. We just don't push it anymore. And as long as people people are coming in and bringing things into us, we will. It's also very convenient for many of the businesses because we market to the business owners and their staff. If they need any computer help, just bring it by our office. So it's nice having that aspect of it and having it, but I'm standing in the entirety of our retail area, and it's not a very big section. We have very small amount, about this camera's wide, but I'm like, I got 20 feet by 18 feet, I think is this room. It's not very big. That's the entirety of retail, and we don't even sell any computers. We just sell, lots of cables and doodads that people do ask for and stop in and pick up because we're in a strip mall and people do see the building. But yeah, we've watched retail sales go from 15, 20 computers a week to next to nothing. Well, just a couple computers coming in a week. So it isn't what it used to be, and people are more willing, if they've got it in the cloud, just to erase it and forget it and go with a Chromebook. So hopefully this offered a little bit of insight. This is my thoughts on the computer retail industry as it stands, based on the knowledge I have of working in it for over, oh wow, it's been like 20 years, hasn't it? That's a long time. All right, I'm going to quit babbling and share your thoughts below or discuss this in the forums, because this is something that a lot of people, do you do the retail aspect at all? I'm always interested in hearing insight. Maybe I'm completely wrong. I am always willing to change my position on things, just like I've changed positions of what we do and don't do over the years. My mind can be changed, but that's how I feel about it right here in January of 2019. Thanks. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit a thumbs up. If you want to see more content from my channel, go ahead and hit subscribe and the bell icon, and hopefully YouTube will send you a notice. If you're interested in contracting Lawrence Systems for any type of IT services work or consulting work, go ahead and head over to lawrencesystems.com and fill out our contact and get in touch with us. If you would like to help the channel out in other ways, you can use our affiliate links below in the description, or we have a link directly to our Lawrence Systems page where we have a list of different affiliate offers, and it's very appreciated if you use any of those for signing up any of the services, and many of them offer you discounts. If you want to head over to our forums, there'll be a link in the description for our forums, wherever they may be, because we've been looking at different forum platforms, but they'll always be relevantly linked right there. All right, once again, thanks. Leave some feedback and comments below on this video. If you loved it, if you hated it, I try to reply to everyone, the people who hate and the people who love them. So thank you very much, and see you next time.